Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for the weekly update. So a few things today. First of all, video scheduling should go on as it has been. One change, obviously, last week I finished up I love how loud this computer gets. Laptop. I did not miss your noise. Let's just move this over so it's a little bit further from my mic, but whatever. I finished up the stream uploads of Sonic Adventure Sonic Story last week, so this week I'm going to be replacing it with something that I streamed last week, which it was the end of Undertale. If you weren't paying attention to my streams on Twitch and stuff, which I do, I'm trying to do more often still, I finished up my Undertale blind run, which I started like a year and a half ago, and hadn't played for a year. So I finally finished the game. Is what's important. It was a nice 5-hour stream because the game had a much longer ending than I thought it would be. But yeah, we seem to have gotten the true good happy ending thing. So that was good. That was intense and psychedelic. But yeah, so that's going to be uploading on the Tuesday-Thursday slot. I'm not sure if I'm going to be uploading one video a day of it or two. We'll see. You guys let me know if it's like too much to keep up with, if you actually want to watch those, because I know a lot of people, even though the game has been out for like 2 years already, a lot of people still don't want to be spoiled on it, so they're not watching it. Let me know if you're planning on watching it, and if 2 uploads a day are going to be too much. They're not going to be 30-minute segments like they have been with the Sonic stream. This is more of a Let's Play style, so I'm breaking it up into more like 18-20-minute segments or so, give or take, plus or minus 5 minutes. So, yeah, I'm actually like breaking it up like in episode format with ending off on something or whatever. Just let me know what you think about that. And Golden Sun: The Lost Age is still going on. We are entering the final segment of the game. There's still a little bit to do in terms of just finishing up a certain... There's still a bunch of dungeons left, but we're getting into, like, I would say the last quarter of the game right now. So there's still a few weeks left to go on this, but yeah, things are getting intense, so it's a good time to catch up. But yeah, so good times there. On Much Games, I am uploading Owlboy whenever I remember. Not good at remembering, but I actually, on my PC here, have the next episode rendered. Just finished rendering, so I'm just going to upload it today and set it to go live tomorrow, because I will forget tomorrow, because that's what I do. And I don't think of anything else particularly going on, but yeah, so last week I was mainly playing around with Sony Vegas, just trying to optimize things, since I wanted to first just get used to using the new PC. I just have something on my screen there. Used to using the new PC. I wanted to get used to using Vegas 15, because it does have a few little differences here and there. But I started experimenting around with file formats and rendering formats specifically, because my laptop used to crash whenever I tried to make anything like MP4. So I made everything in WMV, which looked nice, and I think the past 4-5 years of my channel, 5-6 years of my channel show that WMV works pretty well. The past, at least with Golden Sun, not with Sonic Adventure, but the past like 2 or 3 Golden Sun videos have been rendered as MP4. If you guys notice any difference, better or worse, please let me know. I would very much appreciate the feedback based on, like, compared to, let's say, the previous week's Golden Sun videos. Yeah, so the only real difference that I have on my end, that I've noticed that maybe some of the video looks a bit sharper with one type, or the color is a bit more vibrant, but I'll ask you guys if you can tell me what you notice. But the differences on my end is that rendering as the MP4 that I'm doing as opposed to the WMV, the render times are much faster. File sizes are bigger, though. That was always a problem I've noticed with MP4. Even way back when I used Windows Movie Maker. Those were dark times. That was my Mario and Luigi Let's Play. The first one. Windows Movie Maker, folks. Gotta start somewhere. There's a lesson. Yeah, those file sizes are huge, so they're not sustainable, but you can always download the videos back off of YouTube at worse quality, but a very much reduced file size. The render time's a lot faster. If I'm rendering something at 720 and 30 frames per second, it usually takes around like 0.7 to 1.1 times the video length. So like a 20-minute video would take like between, I don't know, between 17 and 23 minutes to render, as opposed to my old computer where it would be like 1.4 times the video length or so. A 720 and 60 frames video usually takes at least the video length, or 1.5 to 1.7 times the length, which is a lot better also. It used to be about 2 times the video length. Doing at 1080-30 is around the same exact time as 720-60, but I don't want to upgrade to 1080-30 for my 60 frames videos because the FPS looks a lot better. The 60 FPS looks a lot better than 30 FPS, even if it's a higher resolution. And just trying out 1080-60 videos, those still take a while. Those take around 2.5 to 3 times the video length, but I don't really record anything in 1080-60, so I'm probably not going to be using that too much. But 720-60 is my normal. That's what I record Golden Sun, any footage, anything that allows it pretty much. Stuff like Harvest Moon is 720-30 just because it records in 30 frames per second. So yeah, those have been a lot easier to do. Speaking of Harvest Moon, there was a video yesterday, obviously. I have already recorded next week's video. It's got guest stars. It's the whole cavalcade of guest characters, and it's good stuff. It's a longer video, but it's good stuff. We actually we achieve, and it's good. Yeah, so fun times abound. My computer is going into airplane engine mode. Good job, laptop. Next up is the stuff thing. First of all, obviously this game came out a few weeks ago already, but I finished it last week. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. So, if you've been following any of like the reviews or anything on Wolfenstein, it's been getting really high reviews. It's been pretty widely acclaimed, and it deserves every single one of those acclaims. This, if not for like Breath of the Wild and Persona 5, this would be my game of the year right here. From start to end, this game was almost complete perfection in what it wanted to do. I had previously beaten Wolfenstein 1 right before this, which Wolfenstein: The New Order is also amazing, but it doesn't, in my opinion, hold a candle to this. Just in terms of the story, the action, the moments where you go yeah, at whatever new weapon you just got that's going to completely obliterate the Nazis in front of you, or just the particular scenes, or the game anticipating that you want to try to do, X thing in a scenario, and it accommodates you in spectacular ways. Just the game designers made this into an amazing game. The only caveat I have that I wouldn't give it like a perfect score is the difficulty is ridiculous. Now, I am not a good shooter player, a good first-person shooter player, even a good third-person shooter player. And I've seen people that are good at it who would disagree with me because they are good at these things. I am not. This is not my genre of game. I picked it up mainly because I played the first one, and the first one was given to me by the home care nurse that I had after I started my chemo. So normally this isn't a game I would get myself, but it was given to me and I had to get the second one because it's just so good. Although I might get Doom also. Bethesda just makes... They know what they're doing here. Machine Games made this one. So it's just really hard. I had to actually... I was on the third difficulty, which I thought was like a medium. I had to actually lower it not too long into the game because the first half of the game is a lot more difficult than the second half of the game. For a few reasons that I'm not going to go into because mainly spoilers, but your character dies more easily, essentially. A lot more easily. And it just makes, like, the difference in difficulties is that it populates the areas with a ton more enemies. Like, as I was playing through the game at the end, I saw some areas that were just empty, and I was saying to myself, you know, I can see they would just be sticking at patrolling guards here and stuff. But yeah, I'm not good at it, so I had to lower the difficulty. Some of the areas I still just repeatedly died till I got that, like, you know, just everything lining up just right, or blasted my way through. But most of the time you have to sneak around because the main mechanic of a lot of these areas is that you have Nazi commanders that if they get alerted to your presence, they call in reinforcements, and the reinforcements are a lot tougher than most of the people around. So you have to sneak around killing people or just getting around everybody till you get to those Nazi commanders and kill them, and then you could just start blasting away to everybody because you won't get any of those stronger enemies. But yeah, there was a lot of fun side missions. There was a lot of customization for your character that was a bit better than the first game. The first game you could choose perks, I'm pretty sure. This one, the perks were awarded to you as you completed objectives. Like, you know, for every 10 headshots you had, it upgraded the damage you do with headshots or whatever, things like that. Like, the more you did an action, like a specific action that was recorded, the more you would get out of it. So it really adapted to your play style, which was also very nice. But yeah, this game, the story, the music was fantastic. The characters were so good. There was a lot of good twists in the story, and a few times it's just like, that's why that was like a little. For those of you who know, it's Chekhov's gun thing, essentially. You know, things that are mentioned way before and just in passing that come into play as major plot points later, and just stuff like, I thought that were throwaway gags that nope. And the characters are good, and just, it's so satisfying. It was so satisfying. But yeah, this is my little mini review of Wolfenstein 2. Also, what came out this week, or what I got this week, were the Breath of the Wild champion amiibo. So we got Urbosa here, who actually looks pretty nice. The unfortunate placement of the stand, but you know, that's just how it is with amiibo. These poor amiibo. But yeah, looks really nice. It's very nicely detailed. You got Mifa here, who does not have a unfortunate placement of the stand. But yeah, it's just also very nicely detailed. I wish that my camera had a focus, but it doesn't. You got Rivali here, who once again has very uncomfortable placement of his stand, but got his weapons and stuff. And Daruk, who also has this is a very heavy amiibo, by the way, but yeah, it's just very nice stuff, and obviously they give you stuff in the games, and yeah, I had actually completely forgotten that I ordered it, and it came last Sunday, shortly after the last weekly update video from Amazon. I'm like, right, I ordered that a few months ago, didn't I? Hey, but yeah, anything else this week? No. I'm going to try to stream sometime this week. We'll see if I'm doing the Game Sharks Challenge or not, because I might be busy. What am I going to be busy with? I'm going to be busy with Pokemon Ultra Moon. This came out on Friday. I have not played much of it. I have not gotten a chance, honestly. but so far it's good. I think the music is better so far. Um, the new little tweaks and additions are very noticeable and appreciated. It has Ilima, which honestly, it's game of the year now. I mean, any game that puts Ilima in it would be game of the year in my book, you know? Also, for pre-ordering it, GameStop gave me a poster thingy. It's all shiny. And on the back is a map of everything, and it looks really cool, and it's all dusk and stuff. And yeah, so I'm enjoying it, and yeah, it's good. It's good stuff already. And that's about it for the weekly updates. So yeah, hope you all, for those of you who got the Pokemon game, hope you all enjoy it. And I hope everybody has a good week. For those of you Americans out there, have a happy Thanksgiving at the end of the week, Thursday. And everybody else, just have a regular good week. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth 4 with the weekly update. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.